right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green, coming at you live on a Monday, and we got a whole lot to talk about. And one of the main focuses of this show is there's a lot of new subscribers. I mean, this was probably my biggest weekend on YouTube, record highs, views, watch time, you name it. And so I see so many new people who are confused about what to expect from this channel. The hardest thing to succeed on YouTube is finding your way in the algorithm. And what they say, niche down. Well, I don't really niche down. Pop culture is the niche, or I'm the niche. But so finding people who like everything you do is not always possible. But ever since I've started these videos of television locations, people have been awfully excited, and with that has come a new audience. So I want to talk about what the future of the channel is, and I want to give some of the new subscribers an introduction to myself and this channel, and then we'll do the usual talk for everybody who's here. A lot to catch up on, and we'll do all that and more right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. All right, and before we get started, I want to make sure I say rest in peace to Chris Hager, guitar player for the band Rough Cut. He was the guitar player for Stephen Pearcy's solo band, and he was in the band Mickey Rat. He was sort of in that original lineup that became Rat. Chris Hager right there from the beginning. I tour managed Chris with the Stephen Pearcy solo band. It's in some of the tour diaries in the earlier episodes on this channel, and Chris was a character, to say the least. He was always very nice when I was around him. I can't say I knew him incredibly well, but I've always had the guys from Rough Cut, Stephen Pearcy, around or on the show, and they all knew him. So he tragically passed away today at age 67. So before everyone floods the chat with, you didn't mention Chris Hager, we did. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the channel, and let's talk a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to get to all your questions and comments. My name is Jason Green. I was born in the Bronx, New York City. I grew up in the Inwood, Washington Heights area, and I wanted to be a broadcaster. I wanted to be a journalist, and I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be one of those things, and then later a screenwriter. I got myself an agent when I was maybe 15 years old, and he sent me out on auditions, and I failed so many auditions. A Suzanne Vega music video, I remember, a Savatage music video, I remember, and much bigger things. As I got older, I failed cruise ship auditions. I was supposed to be on a Disney cruise ship. I was either going to be Roger Rabbit or Pluto. I can't remember. It has something to do with my height. And then but I couldn't dance enough or something, and I wanted to be an MTV VJ and audition for that. And you always get these casting directors who tell you what America wants, what people want, and what you've learned in this modern day of do-it-yourself is that no one knows what they're talking about. You can go out there and you can prove it with persistence. If you got something, people will watch it. 25,000 subscribers plus to this channel, and now over 5 million views. So I'm doing something right. So wherever those casting directors are, screw them, right? I auditioned for a movie called The Crow with Brandon Lee. It's an interesting one. I auditioned for Return to the Black Lagoon. No, that's not what it's called. That would be better. The Blue Lagoon. Return to the Blue Lagoon with Mila Jovovich. And anyway, all kinds of crazy stuff that no one knows about me. I worked for the Geraldo Rivera TV show. I started when I was 16, 15, setting up when he got his nose broken in the famous skinhead fight on TV. He had to go remote, and someone knew him and got me this job. And it was interesting, to say the least. And that's where I really realized I wanted to be part of broadcast journalism and news, investigative journalism. Then I got an audition. I was in school, and I went to the principal's office where they had a payphone. called my agent back, and my agent said, would you like to be in a movie called Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD? Turns out it was a movie that Troma was making, and they needed parts for actor persons, as they call them. It means extra. Don't let them fool you. And my cousin was a big fan of horror movies and Troma movies, and I was very familiar with the Toxic Avenger. And I went, and amazingly enough, I got the part. And for 2 scenes, I was in this movie called Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. It wasn't until years later, my cousin took an internship with Troma, and he said, they need people to come work on this thing called the Troma-mercial. It was an infomercial on Comedy Central, and the idea was that by buying Troma merchandise, Tromabilia, that you could better your life. It was a really funny thing. So they hired me to be a script supervisor. I had no idea what that meant. An actor left early, and they asked me to write 2 pages of dialogue. And so began my screenwriting career. I really hit it off with Troma. And while filming that, they said, we need someone to put on the Kabuki Man costume. And I transformed into the first accidental Oriental crime-fighting superhero for the next 2-3 years of my life, appearing in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Cannes Film Festival, the American film market, really traveled the world wearing this outfit, but also learning the movie business as well, the independent movie business. And Lloyd Kaufman, the CEO of Troma and creator of the Toxic Avenger, became a mentor to me. And he has books called Write Your Own Damn Book, Direct Your Own Damn Movie. I could tell you how to do your own damn podcast. In this day and age, as I've been saying, you can do it. No one can stop you. So that's a little bit of my upbringing in New York. And I was a fan of punk rock music, heavy metal music, everything, all types of music. And I went to school at the New School for Social Research, Lang, to learn how to do on-screen interviews and things like that, a skill that I really didn't use for 25 years. When the pandemic happened, well, before we get to the pandemic, I moved to Las Vegas, and I had a friend, a really close friend, who worked in the adult entertainment industry. And he told me, look, I own the rights to all these old movies, 80s classic movies, if you will, with people like John Holmes and Ginger Lynn and Christy Cannon. He goes, if you do all the work, I'll split the money with you. And he said, my goal is to win an AVN award. How do we win an AVN award? And I said, okay, I'm going to figure this out. And I said, what we'll do is we'll put out a classic movie, and we'll find everyone who's alive. And for the first time, I'll use this skill, and I'll interview former adult film stars. And so I did. And so we made that DVD. And if that was enough, I did win that AVN award, which is right there. I think the first time I've ever shown my trusty AVN award. How many people can say they have one of these? Not many, but I do. That was in 2006. Best classic release on DVD. All my work creating that thing. I don't mind taking credit when I should. Anyway, how cool is that? Something I've also never shared. So I should point out, when I was growing up in New York, I was a fan of classic television. I'm an only child. The television was the babysitter. DVDs were on the, VHS was on the rise first. My father thought the Laserdisc player was going to be the technology. Boy, was he wrong. Maybe if we lived in Japan, but he bought that instead of the VHS. All my friends had the VHS. My father always picked the wrong technology. The Commodore 64 over, an Atari or whatever it was. He wasn't really the most technically savvy. But that's neither here nor there. He tried, and he meant well. And he was in the entertainment business, selling memorabilia, movie posters and comic books and baseball cards, oh my. And I learned a lot of that from him because I've been a big fan of memorabilia. If you look behind me, it's just a small glimpse of some of the collectibles that I fell in love with, including classic horror, especially Universal horror. So I came to Vegas. I won an AVN award. And in 2006, I started getting to know a lot of musicians out here. And what I would do is we would have parties for my company, and I would hire musicians to perform. And I realized that I was a fan of these hard rock and heavy metal bands. I could probably get them to play my party and make some money with the door and things at the same time. So began a relationship with a band called Sin City Sinners, a band I created in 2007, and that band featured Brent Muscat formerly of Faster Pussycat, and Todd Kearns, who's an incredibly talented Canadian musician. At the time, you didn't know him unless you were Canadian. Now he's in Slash's band, among others. Talented singer, songwriter. So I knew that Todd was the secret to the band. Yeah, people might go, oh, the guy from Faster Pussycat, cool. But I knew that Todd was the rock star that America hadn't discovered yet. And I knew we only had him for a certain amount of time before someone discovered him, Slash, and took him away to bigger and better things. So Sin City Sinners, I managed it. I put it on stage, and it kept it going for as long as I possibly could. We changed lineups many times. The last lineup, Scotty Griffin on bass, Jizzy Pearl on vocals, Rowan Robertson and Oz Fox on guitars, Blas Elias on drums. That was a real all-star band, and it was fun. And Vegas didn't know what hit it, and they also didn't know how to appreciate it. Now that it's gone, everyone wishes they could go out every week and see such fun thing. My gimmick was we would bring in a celebrity guest every week, and you'd learn the songs. And sometimes it would be something ridiculous like Pretty Boy Floyd, and other times it would be a member of the New York Dolls, and sometimes it would be George Lynch or Sebastian Bach or Lemmy from Motorhead. It was crazy. My job was full-time hiring these guys to come and play, making deals with casinos to give me a budget to bring a guest in to play on a weekly basis. So this is just catching you up a little bit. And some of you who've subscribed probably didn't know these stories either. When right before the pandemic, I was still managing, and people would tell me, "Oh, well, you manage a band, but you don't play in the band." They're like everyone was looking for some way to insult me. So I created my own band called the Sin City Rejects, and a punk rock band. The record's available wherever fine records are sold, Spotify, whatever you do. I'm going to re-release it soon. And it was a lot of fun. And I decided I'll do a lot of the same gimmicks. I'll have guests. So Johnny Kelly from Typo Negative played on a song, and Richie Ramone of the Ramones played on a song. And we made a fun record. And the pandemic kind of wiped that band out. We were trying to play during it. But I proved that I'll play bass. Why not? How hard could it be? I'll do everything. I'll sing songs live. I just wanted to make a point. Again, going back to that, make your own damn band. Do it yourself. I did. And so making all these little dreams come true. My whole philosophy on life, my credo, if you will. If I don't have a credo, but if I did, it would be go for it. And that is live, because you don't know how long you have. You don't know what happens after. Some of you might believe something. Some of you might not. But I'm going to live while I have the chance. So the pandemic hits and everyone goes, well, what are we going to do? And I decided that I would go live on Facebook and talk every day, like a talk show, and entertain people. I thought that's what people could use. They could use some dry humor and some snarkiness. And I brought it, and people liked it, and it was getting tons of numbers. I didn't realize I could get paid for this. And at some point I said, everyone told me, you got to go on YouTube. You got to go on YouTube. But a lot of my friends, Jay, if you're watching especially, told me you won't make any money on YouTube. You can't. You won't make enough to buy a cup of coffee. It won't last. It won't work. It's too many people, blah, blah, blah. The world is filled with people who will tell you what you can't do. It's the royal they. Don't fall for the royal they. They will tell you, you can't do this. They will tell you, you can't do that. They will tell you, in most chances, they've never done anything, most categories, whatever you say. I do what I want to do, right? So started this show. First guest was Joe Esposito, who I was managing for convention appearances. I did that as well. I had all these famous friends. I said I might as well put them at these conventions and make a little dough, if you will. So he was my first guest, and that was recorded on December 30th, 2020. And it did okay. I did a few more interviews with my friends, musician friends who would come on. Simon Wright from AC/DC. These are all just people I knew giving me a break coming on. Oz Fox from Striper. And then finally, Carlos Cavazza from Quiet Riot came on. Never does interviews. Never at the time. And he said, yeah, why not? It was during the pandemic. What else people got to do? And I asked him, what do you think about a band called Quiet Riot touring with no original members? And his answer was, it's stupid. As soon as that happened, once he finished the word, stupid, Blabbermouth and all these websites went crazy. The world became abuzz with the news. And all of a sudden, I reached the minimum subscribers, 1,000, and the minimum watch time hours, 4,000. My channel became monetized right then and there on that interview. That's when I realized, well, maybe there's more in this. So I kept going. I had worked with the band Rat. I'd worked with Stephen Pearcy on and off for a lot of years. And Stephen Pearcy was asking me to tour manage him. Wasn't sure I wanted to do it. I didn't like the way it ended in 2018. Wasn't sure I wanted to go on the road either. It was a scary time. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I don't want to catch anything. And look, everyone has their conspiracies, whatever. I don't even want to catch a cold sitting on planes at that time. I was scared. Excuse me while I have a sip of my tasty beverage. But finally I said, Stephen, let's talk money. Let's talk offer. And one of the things I had to talk about was that my YouTube show was starting to take off and I didn't want to not have it. So I asked, can I do this thing where I'll film my life on the road, my tour diary? He said, fine. And sometimes he would be in them and sometimes he wouldn't. I'm on like 80 of these things right now and more to come. I got about 20 that haven't even been edited. And what happened is people would see what it was like for me to tour. It wasn't about Stephen Pearcy. It was about me. He was there. Other people were there. Other bands we toured with. And at some point, people started to accept the show and what it was about. Started to like the other people on the show. Johnny Monaco, Matt Thorne, later Blas Elias, Stephen. And it was starting to be fun. And I gave people an all-access, unedited look of like what touring is about. Not many people have ever done that. I don't know if anyone has, given the access that I gave. And at that point, everyone tried to copy me. Everybody tried to do the same thing as me. No one has done it right. I'll tell you that much. And sorry if I don't sound humble. I'm not. I worked for what I got. And so channel was growing. But the channel was already big. It wasn't like I needed the Stephen Pearcy band to make my channel big. The interviews were going crazy. So one supplemented the other. Now, I've been on tour with Stephen Pearcy now for as long as the channel, a little longer, a little less. I don't know. We're going on 4 years, hundreds of shows, formed a good relationship with him. I am the co-manager of Stephen Pearcy and the tour manager for Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini. And now that's happening as well. So I'm just kind of giving everyone a fast update. A lot of this stuff you might already know, and I'm going to get to your questions and comments and super chats, although I don't see any yet, in just a second. So that's the channel. So the channel was growing. Well, when I was a kid, I always liked to visit celebrity graves. I like to visit movie sites. I'm fascinated, and I would just go and take a picture. I didn't realize that this content had some value. It wasn't until much later that YouTube, I started going, well, people are going to these locations. I just do that for the hell of it. I thought, well, I could do this. And a friend of mine, Sean Clark, who appears on the shows, he's been doing it for ages. Had the same situation as me, though. For a time, he was doing it for himself because it's something he loves, horror movie locations. His show was called Horror's Hallowed Grounds. And I started releasing some of the places that I was visiting, because when I was on tour, I'd always go visit locations from some of my favorite movies like National Lampoon's Vacation or The Karate Kid. At some point I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a series of classic television locations like Sanford and Son, I Want My Daddy's Records, one of the greatest shows in history. But what started it was Alice. I was in Arizona and I went to Alice, Mel's Diner. I've wanted to go to this diner forever. Everyone told me it's terrible. I put that I put that, I don't know what you call it, location video out, and it went crazy. Slowly, though, not right away. The algorithm had to find an audience for it. That's what YouTube does. It has to find an audience for your video. And if it can't, your video fails. A lot of people's videos fail. So I went to the Mel's Diner and it got 65,000 views. But then I go, well, I'm just going to do the same thing all over again. It didn't always work. I went to the locations for One Day at a Time. It's a great video. One of the houses where I got there, spoiler alert, it was torn down. And there's all kinds of stuff. I went to the locations for Give Me a Break. Not everyone knows what Give Me a Break is. I went to the girls' school from Facts of Life, Eastland. Some did better than others. Then I went to the Sanford & Son junkyard. I wasn't going to make this video. I live in Las Vegas, as I said. Red Fox, his final home, was not too far that way from me. I pass it every day, and I shake my fist and say, "You big dummy." And Red Fox put his name in the cement in front of the house, and there's a red fox on the sign. So I made a video about his house, his grave, and the store, because when the IRS took his money, he opened a junkyard, believe it or not, a store. And it's all on Eastern Boulevard here, Avenue, I don't know what it's called, here in Las Vegas. I made that video. It did good. Then I found out that they filmed an episode of Sanford & Son in Vegas, and there was a lot of bloopers. And I went down and found those locations. It had never been done before. No video had shown those locations, and I did it. And people liked it. So I knew the story of the Sanford & Son junkyard. It's in Los Angeles, and I knew it had been torn down and rebuilt as a plumbing business. But I thought maybe people would want to see the spot where it was and where Lamont drives the truck and it turns in, and I could show all of that. And maybe it'll be fun. But I figured this will be another video that gets 1,000 or 2,000. And I'm doing it for me. I wanted to be there. Well, this weekend it went insane. I don't know where it is now, over 60,000. And all of a sudden, people were subscribing. And people were telling me, I like these location videos from TV shows, because I've asked people, what TV show do you want to see? And I'll go to it. And that's where the magic started. I went to the Brady Bunch house and had access to go inside, which is cool because they redid it to look like the TV show. But obviously the outside's the only part that mattered. But people are on TV, but people are watching these videos and doing well. And a lot of people are saying, who are you? I don't know what the hell happened. I signed up because I like seeing TV locations, and now I'm on tour with Rat. Like, what's going on? And that is why I'm here to do my best to explain what you can get out of this channel. It's not what you can do for the channel, it's what I can do for you, right? Because that's what I'm here for. So this is the different components of the channel. I do interviews. Sometimes I interview rock bands, mostly hard rock. Some call it hair metal, mostly that genre. But I did a lot of cool punk interviews, and I do a lot of actors as well, trying to do more. Robert Romanus was another actor. He played Damone in Fast Times. That interview is now the biggest interview in the history of Waste Some Time with Jason Green. It passed Carlos Cavazzo for the #1 spot, and still climbing. People would tell me they enjoy my interviews because I listened. My first interview, I took a Post-it, I taped it to my screen, and all it said was listen. It's not that hard, but somehow all these YouTubers are knuckleheads. They don't do it right. They talk over the person. They make it about them. And then there's questions like, so you were in LA Guns. What was that like? You know, amateur hour. And look, there's room for everybody, but people related to these interviews. They wanted to hear what somebody else had to say, and they knew when it was time for me to shut up, and so did I. So those are the interviews. That's the interview portion of the show. I keep my opinions, for the most part, out of them. But then I started doing live shows every Monday and every Wednesday. And that's where we talk about current events, talk about whatever you want. And on Mondays, I do these by myself. This is all schedule permitting, touring permitting. And then on Wednesdays, I met a guy named Wednesday 13. He's a musician. He was in a band called the Murder Dolls. I didn't care for that band. I didn't even really know much about it. But Stevie Rochelle from a Metal Sludge website and the band Tough, he said, you and Wednesday 13 are going to be buddies. You're going to be best friends. You're going to be playing with toys together and collecting nonsense. And he was right. He was 100% right. Wednesday 13 has become a fixture on the show, and he's here every Wednesday. And most Wednesdays, Sean Clark is on it too. This Wednesday, the three of us will be together. I know a lot of people enjoy when the three of us talk about the things we have in common, our love for movies, our love for collecting nonsense, vintage nonsense, whatever nonsense. And we're passionate and we're nuts. You have to be nuts. It's amazing that we can have women in our life because we are so ridiculous. And so we've made so many of these videos. We've made videos together. We've gone to locations together. We've gone to fairs to try food together. And we've done taste testing videos. So that happens on Wednesday. It's a fun guys kind of chat, but the ladies like it too. I don't want to discriminate. I've seen a lot of cool chicks through this show as well. So Monday and Wednesdays, you get a live show. Monday morning and Friday morning, the goal is to put out content. So one day it will be an interview. The next day will be a tour diary. That's pretty much that. As far as my schedule goes. Now, hold on one second because Super Chat. This is Jeff down us up. Thank you so much for, Jeff's been with me for a while now, channel member. Your recent cruise video is epic. Please keep them coming, much better than anything else on YouTube. Well, thank you. I just put out one of those videos today, day 3 of the Monsters Rock Cruise, featuring Michael Monroe, Stephen Piercy, Chris Holmes, others. I'm forgetting people, but it's a great episode. You can watch it now. And we get off the boat and we go to the island, Blas Eli, Stephen Piercy, Matt Thorne, and myself, and our significant others. And we have a great time. And Sebastian Bach is there. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. And if you haven't seen the My Life on the Road series, go back and start binge watching. It'll take you a little while, but I promise you, there's entertainment for you and for the whole family. So anyway, so you get those tour diaries and then the classic filming locations. I've had to record a ton of them because I'm going on tour again and got to have content. My channel is finally at a place where I feel like I'm getting what I deserve. I've been mad for a while about why do these jackasses have 1 million subscribers? Why do they have views when I'm offering people content that I think is pretty good? So anyway, it's finally starting to pay off, and I'm so thankful for everyone who watches. Without you guys, no show. People aren't watching. This doesn't happen. So anyway, I visited the houses from the Jeffersons, Different Strokes, Benson, Mama's Family, The Odd Couple. There's tons of them coming. The Wonder Years. There's even more. I just can't remember them all. So you're going to get that content too. Look, I encourage everyone to dabble in all the content, but maybe you're more a locations person, or maybe you're more a rap person, or maybe you just like to see a little live chat, a little fun. Well, that's here too. So at some point, this will be a daily content. People say, how do you make money? How do you make money? I remember when someone told me I wouldn't make a cup of coffee. Well, the way you make money is on ads. If you watch the ads, I get some money. Even if you skip the ads, I think I get some money. But ads, people, that's how YouTube pays the bills. So my bills. And then on top of that, there's options to become a channel member. So let's say you're watching my content and you like it and you want more and you want it before anyone else. Well, if you become a channel member, which I think is $5 a month, you support the channel like PBS, which is now on Netflix, I think. I think PBS is done. Imagine that. But anyway, you become you get to watch the videos before anybody else. I try to release them as soon as I can, that they're edited and you can watch them sometimes weeks before, sometimes only the night before. Interviews, tour diaries, and locations. So, okay, so you got that part. That's what happens if you're a channel member. I appreciate every single person. I don't expect anyone to do it. All I ask is you subscribe. If you like these videos, subscribe and hit the like button. That's the easiest thing you can do, and it's free. If you like it and you want to give back and you want to support and make sure that I get off my ass and keep making these videos, become a channel member. But wait, there's more. What if you want to really go the extra mile? And then you can become a Patreon. And what you get on Patreon is you're going to get a postcard from me, signed postcard, and some guitar picks, and you get updates that don't go anywhere else, pictures that don't get anywhere else. You get to ask questions of the guests, all kinds of other perks. And there's different levels, tiers that you can sign up for, including the Patreon postcard package. Some of you have been asking for my package. Some have demanded my package. Now I'll give it to you, but you just got to sign up for it. And while I'm on tour, we fill out postcards and send them from different places. I've collected postcards from everywhere I go. So those are ways you can support the channel. And then the last way you can support the channel is I have a merch store and very good prices. You can take home or waste some time with Jason Green t-shirt. and all kinds of other cool things. That's how I survive and am able to keep doing this. Okay, now I'm going to go into these questions, comments, and I'm going to do my best. Oh, and also I survive on super chats and all that. It's all appreciated. It helps. Like Jackie Ray, right on cue, for example. Whatever became of Bon Jovi thing, and how is Wednesday after the Goose attack? Jackie, good questions. The Goose attack is Wednesday was on live, and while he's on tour, he was in a Walmart parking lot. There was a wild goose in said parking lot that was attacking them. I believe he has recovered, and hopefully the goose has gone on to spread the joy somewhere else. And then your other question was the Bon Jovi thing. We did an expose. Bon Jovi was selling autographs. He said they were hand-signed autographs. He sent pictures of him signing it. And then what he sent people was auto pens. And myself and Jason Neal, who sometimes comes in and co-hosts, will be back soon, we exposed it. And they gave everyone their money back. They did do that, which is admitting guilt, I should say. But other than that, they didn't say anything else. But we did help some people get their money back. This is Rebel from the Waist Down, 666. Thank you so much. Here's another way to make some coin. Were there any groupies on the cruise? Is that even still a thing? Out to all the unbelievers or non-believers. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, look, there's groupies. There'll always be groupies. Wednesday's band fits that more, as he said on the show. One time he said, oh, this girl's out there all the time. And me and Matt Thorne said, not as much with us, but I'm a happily married man, so I haven't partaken. But look, I'm sure there is. Now, on the cruises, I don't know. I mean, I know people are hooking up. There's people from all over the world. There's bands of all denominations, continents, circumcision, everything. There's all types of, if that's what you're in the market for, it's there. So, but I don't know. I don't really pay much attention. All right, let's get serious. Let's cut out the bullshit. Skylar, you were the first one here today. Welcome. Hey, fellow waste some timers, or hey, if you're a fan of what's happening. That location coming soon. It's anticlimactic, but please watch it. Ray, hey everyone, and who else is here? Lorraine is here. There's Lorraine. Lorraine is stressed from working at the arcade, but she's happy to hang out. And we're a family here, by the way. I will point that out. We've all Brian Kirk, Jason Holstein. We've formed a little community. And what we have in common is we all love different degrees of pop culture, and we all hate the system. And we're here to do our own thing. Yes, sorry to hear of the passing of Chris Hager, a member of the Rat family, the Rat Bastards, as Stephen calls the Rat family. And yes, sad that he has passed. I don't mean to be rude, but unfortunately, that is not a person that I was surprised to hear pass. It was not the healthiest of people. That's incredible. What part did you audition for in regards to The Crow? You know, I don't think it was ever completely said. When I was a young man, I studied Jeet Kune Do, which was the martial art of Bruce Lee. And I thought being in a movie with Brandon Lee, that would come in handy. The casting director, he told me, martial arts are just so violent. And his last movie was JFK, and it just wasn't for me. I think it was supposed to be one of the bad guys. But I was smaller in stature. I did read different parts, and I do have the original script. The original script is actually better than the movies. So, yes, Jason Green Army. Look at that. There might be some spelling variation in there, but I'll take it. San Diego Live. And Chris Border. Chris Kilbarger is also part of the family that we have here. Love the Universal pictures behind you. So I did a thing where I turned off the filter. I usually have a filter that filters out the back, focuses on me. But I thought maybe some people would like to see some of these collectibles, including Toxic Avengers mask and Michael Myers. And these are stamps on the wall. Those are replicas, and then the real stamps are on there, and they were canceled by Universal. And Creature from the Black Lagoon, probably the first horror movie I ever saw, and probably my favorite. Put some of that there. And so, anyway, just some of the things that are behind me. Checking in from Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. Good content. Big Sanford Sun fan as well. An avid Vegas traveler. Well, very cool. Then this is the channel for you. Okay. I'm going to let some of this, and then there's some things I can't say. He worked in the Scrap Bar and the Limelight. Nice. The Limelight now is a pizza place, and it's really Grimaldi's. This is Maury, who says Todd was a big deal in the 90s in the 51st state, meaning Canada, with his band Age of Electric. Very true. Age of Electric and Static in Stereo. Great bands. There's still some Sin City Sinners on YouTube. It was better in person. It was better to be there. It was better to live it. It was better off. But anyway, Brad says, I'm a man of many talents. Well, thank you. I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think I think I'm good at what it is that I do. And I think that a lot of people have told me that they enjoy the distraction that this channel has offered them. I know I look for YouTube channels that distract me. And so anyway, I'm going through as many of these as I possibly can, but I talked so long. Oh my God, I talked 36 minutes. I got to get out of here in 24. Marcus, thank you so much. This is awesome channel, great content, top notch. I appreciate that. Jason is the new Larry King. Oh, not sure that's what I wanted, but Joaquin, what about Stephen Pierce's Arcade? I started watching interview with Stephen, but I have not watched the entire interview. I don't know if it came up when you interviewed him. Thank you. I've interviewed Stephen multiple times. We talked about Arcade more in a earlier one, the one where I interviewed him from his house. What happened to Vamped? So Vamped was a club in Las Vegas. It is for about 6 more weeks. It had been here for 16 years. It was a great place for people to play. I played there myself many times. There's many videos on me on YouTube playing there. And, you know, it comes a time when you move on to other things. Very hard business. And Danny Coker has said, the Count, who's on Pawn Stars on the shows, he said, we didn't really know about owning a restaurant. We knew about putting on a good show and having rock bands. And I think it got overwhelming. They tried to bring in partners. Didn't work out. 16 years is a good run anywhere. I want you to know, for those of you who watch this show, Vamped is doing a final farewell month. And the Faster Pussycat and Vane are going to play there. Then Stephen Piercy and Warren DeMartini, Piercy DeMartini it's called. After that, a Loverboy, then Night Ranger, all in a little club. I'm talking about a club that fits 300, 400 people. I know a lot of people think the ticket prices are absurd. It's because it's going to be all rock stars and muckety mucks. And I don't know. I don't set the prices. But I can tell you this. We are going to give away a pair of tickets to see Piercy DeMartini, $500 value, right here on the show, courtesy of Dollar Loan Center. Waste some time with Jason Green and win tickets. Someone's getting a pair just for watching. And we're going to announce the date. And thanks to Dollar Loan Center for giving us those tickets. My audience is what matters to me. And every time there's a big event, I ask, can I give something to my audience? Can we give away meet and greets? Every year, you know, I didn't talk about my charity work. I had a friend who had cystic fibrosis very close to me, and she passed away. And I told myself I'm going to do as much charity work as I can. I did so much work for cystic fibrosis, and they've made so many advancements. There was a time when 16 years old was it. That was like 85. Now people are living longer, medicine. So don't let people tell you the treatments don't work. I know we live in a shitty healthcare country. I know that we don't cure things, we maintain things. I'll take a maintaining over dying. So anyway, I started to do these events. I started to host these events, and I've raised well over $1 million for local charities. And I did so many of those that the mayor even named a day after me here in Las Vegas. It's in August, I think. Jason Green Day. And so, and my big charities were Toys for Tots. Uh, um, Now I'm trying to get into some diabetic charities because I'm a diabetic. Also, I did a lot of animal charities. I did the St. Baldrick's Foundation. I was knighted by the St. Baldrick's Foundation. I shaved my head 3 times for kids with cancer. The hair went to make wigs, and the money went to research. A lot of these young people have made massive comebacks since their diagnosis, which is great. So anyway, I'm not trying to brag, even though why not? I'll brag. I'll toot my own horn. Toot toot. But anyway, those are things that were important to me. And my point is by using some of my, not using, but asking some of my celebrity friends every Christmas, I'm able to give away a lot of things to raise money for charity. Stephen Piercy always donates meet and greets, autographs, whatever it takes to help other people. And so, blah, 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 blah. Mark's Gas Station, thank you. Another long-time viewer. Let's see. Okay. Going through here, trying to catch up. Is there an M3 recap? Already did it. That was last week. Got to tune in. I already did the M3 recap. The highlight was David Lee Roth is the greatest. Okay. Watch out for roughies. See the cruise diary. Don't know what that means. I'm sure I said it though. Twisted. Folk, love your content as always. Any chance Brent Muscat would wind up in Faster Pussycat if the current guitarist Sam left? Just curious. Thanks. I would say, let me think. No, no chance in hell. Brent has a job and works and has a new life. Brent and I had a fallout a while back. One day it'd be nice to have him on the channel. He said terrible things about me. So when he apologizes, when he gets those girlish lips ready and puckers them up and comes over and does some kissing, I don't know. But no, he's not going to. Greg Steele still plays with Fast Pussycat on time to time. I think he would be more likely. But no, I don't think. Fast Pussycat is tamey and younger guys. And I don't think Sam is going anywhere. I know he gets some other opportunities, but I think they like him. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. You work hard. And your content is very enjoyable. I'm a fellow collector, and I enjoy Wednesday special. Well, you know what? Pat, thank you. I'll take it. And then that's I took that day. All right. Community needs a place to hang out on days that aren't Monday and Wednesday. Well, I'll meet you guys down at the whorehouse. I mean, we go live. Okay. Sarge is here from down under. And loving the Monster Rock Cruise videos. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. Check out the 80s Cruise videos too. They're good. Ryder B is Wednesday coming on today. Wednesday will be on Wednesday. Ryder B, you got to come on. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to talk to your dad. And Ryder is like 6 or 7 or 8, 9, 35. He's young. I'm very bad with age. But he's got a band. He just played the Whiskey, and Wednesday went to see him, and we're going to have him on. He's a cool kid. Okay. All right. Okay. Fan of Danny's, watches Counting Cars. Yeah, Danny might be here. I don't think he has that much to say right now. I mean, the place is closing, of course, but I think he's got a big announcement coming later. Maybe he would rather do that. Mike B, I found the channel during the pandemic while I was just looking for something to waste my time. They'll show up and do the same, just killing some time. Thank you. The title "Waste Some Time" comes from the theme song. I just want to waste some time with you, and then I thought, really, we had nothing else to do. Let's just waste time together, and here we are. We're still doing it. Which brand of bass strings do you prefer? That's a good question. I don't remember. I don't remember what's on there. I am the anti-bass player. Strings, who cares? I don't think I've ever changed these strings. They've had a lot of blood on them, sweat, jizz, whatever. It's been on them, and I don't know. James Jamerson, arguably the greatest bass player of all time, played on every Motown song I've ever heard. Said he never changed the strings, never cleaned them. He said the gunk brings the funk. And when I got my bass, I don't know why I'd make him sound like a Sanford and Son character, probably racist. Although maybe he's talked like that. And then I say, the gunk brings the punk. So anyway, Jason, as an Aussie, can you please release the Angry Anderson interview? Sarge, I'm going to give it some more thought. He had a political agenda that made no sense. He was siding with these weird people and MMA fighters, and he never answered my questions. I just wanted to talk about Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. And I wanted to talk about Rose Tattoo, but he just had an agenda and he kind of ran the clock, and it was the worst interview I've ever done. But maybe I'll put it out. Maybe I'll put it out for members only. Yes, James Jamerson, true legend. James Jamerson and Jenna Jamerson. Legends. Can't wait to see Rat and Fargo. Me neither. I don't know when it is, but I'll be there. Joaquin, yes, diabetes is a great cause. I'm a type 2 diabetic. My son passed away last Christmas due to complications from diabetes. My wife, my mom, and my second sister have it. Diabetes sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I can go on forever about why diabetics aren't getting the help they need, why people are rationing their insulin. That's for a serious show, though. But we're going to do what we can to make sure that people can get their medicine and live. Supposed to be living with this damn thing, not dying with it. So we'll see what we can do. A lot of people watching, and I want to make sure. I don't want you to think that it's because I disagree with Angry Anderson's politics. I don't even know what he was saying. Matt Volker. Matt's been around a long time too. Channel member, thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Helps this channel exist. And there's a lot of new content on the way. I got a lot of cool interviews to do. And then I'm going to be back on the road June 10th in Las Vegas, my hometown. Stephen Piercy, Warren DeMartini for the Farewell to Vamped. And June 14th, I'll be in Canada, the Niagara Falls area, right on the falls, if you will, filming location for Superman 2. And I'm looking forward to that. That's with Vince Neil of a band called Motley Crue. And by the way, what's going on with Motley Crue? You guys following any of this nonsense? You know who Ronnie Radke is? He's in a band with 3 words, I think, right? Because all those bands are like that. He was in Escape to Fate, and now he's in Bring Me the Horizon. Motionless in White. No. Falling in Reverse. Anyway, Ronnie Radke. He's an opinionated dude, but it seems like, if you're following it, it seems like Tommy Lee's wife was trying to shack up with Ronnie Radke. She fell for an AI catfish. Oh, my God. I mean, talk about crazy. What's happening? An AI catfish. And she went to his house and she contacted his ex-girlfriend, who was wrestler Paige, formerly known as Paige. And it's nuts. This whole Motley Crue is nuts. And all of a sudden, John 5 has announced all these solo dates. And Tommy Lee is mad at Ronnie Radke. Ronnie Radke is trying to tell Tommy Lee, I'm a fan. I'm not trying to give it to your wife. And now the wife says Tommy Lee's a drunk, and everyone is fighting. And then, not to be outdone, the next day Vince Neil breaks up with his girlfriend, who he's been with for a long time. These Motley Crue guys are insane. They just can't stay off TMZ. I didn't really get this Brittany Furlan. Only reason I know the name is because people somehow fell for her. Oh, Brittany Furlan, she's so funny. I'm thinking, she's dating an old Tommy Lee and making Instagram content off of it. To my knowledge, Tommy Lee's abused every woman he's ever been with, allegedly. And so, is he really a catch? I mean, he's probably going to threaten me now, but he's got bigger problems. Ronnie Radke would kick his ass. If Ronnie Radke fought Tommy Lee, who wins? The answer is Ronnie Radke. It's all childish, but it's fun to have. Chat. Maury says he's been chatting with Heather Locklear. Are you sure it's not the AI? I wouldn't be surprised. There's more story. Radke, can't trust Radke the douche. Not saying he did. Listen, a lot of people don't like Ronnie Radke. I don't listen to his music, and maybe he's very opinionated. But I don't know. I don't know. I better stay out of that. Last thing I need is him to call me complicit. Some of these things I don't know. Yeah, Lee with the dong KO. I don't know. In Tommy Lee's old age, the dong might not be what it used to be. The balls may be lower than the dong. And we don't know what Ronnie Radke's packing, although he seems like he's got, and I better not say anything. You know, sometimes guys get real buff and get real angry. You know, it's like a fistful of dynamite with a 2-inch fuse or something. I don't know. Brad Spicoli. I just got back from Tokyo for a business trip and turned waste some time on immediately. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are all laughing, cheering in your living rooms. I'm here for 8 more minutes and I'm getting the hell out of here. Yeah, thank you. I got more on Motley Crue. I don't know what to tell you. Look, JC, Jesus Christ. Rat is the best band in the 80s. Motley Crue's a circus show. Rat had substance great. So people get mad. One day we're going to get a panel of experts and we're going to break down all the reasons why Rat is a better band than Motley Crue. Better songs, better musicians. We're going to talk about it. You're going to argue. Motley Crue can only let you down. They've let you down constantly. They will let you down again. I mean, Mick Mars, he's spinning in his grave laughing. Oh, he's not dead. It's a joke. Silver Knight Kyle, wasting time with you. You know, I'm going to do this thing soon where I'm going to do, oh, hold on. Congrats for me come first. Big congrats, Jay, on 25K subs. Thank you for the content. Thank you. By the way, I hope you guys have liked this video so far. There's millions and millions of people watching, so make sure you like it. We got to keep it going. My goal is to be in your homes as long as I can. I want to be on your TVs, in your pockets, in your pants, whatever. I want to be around more and hope you enjoy it. And as I've said, not all the content is about me. When I made those Sanford and Son videos and those TV videos, you know what I didn't do? Put myself in them. Watch the Sanford and Son video. There's not one video of me being an influencer asshole going, here we are. Today, we're going to see, and then not show it to you or show it behind me. Look, there it is. What do you need to see me for? I'm here right now. You see me enough. I want to see the location. People put themselves in videos too much ego. I'm in the thumbnail, so you know it's me. But other than that, it's just like people who don't know when to shut up. Let's see here. This is whatever the hell. Deep Space Pilots. I'm in your hands. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, drop kick the like button. Watch the Sanford and Son video today. Listen, if you don't know Sanford and Son, you're young, whatever you are, binge. It's the greatest show in the history of television. Top 5 for me. And I'm so thankful that something I'm passionate about is doing so well. Maybe that's what shows. In that video, I tell the story about how I played trivia against Lamont in front of a live audience and won, spoiler alert. So anyway, very soon, I'm going to let you guys know something. I haven't made an announcement yet, but I'm going to do 24 shows in 24 hours. So what I'm going to do is starting at like 4 p.m., I'm going to go to 4 p.m. next day, I'm going to do a show. So it'll be like a 30-minute show every hour for 24 hours. I got to find time when I'm home to do it. I got to start training, conditioning. It's a long process, but it's going to happen. And we'll see how many of you attend all 24 shows. All right. Hey, Sean Brown. Now, Sean Brown is a model citizen and should be an example to all of you, and is the reason why I was able to eat this evening. Sean, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, Jason. I just made it home in time for my nightly work to watch Waste Some Time with Jason Green. Hold on. The content you have been sharing during the last few weeks has been awesome. I'm looking forward to more videos, especially the locations. Well, ask and you shall receive. I have really determined to step it up. I said when I get to 20,000 subscribers, I'm not screwing around. I'm going to put out more. Well, it took me a second with touring to figure out how to do this and to get other people to help and this and that. Maury, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for the entertainment. I thank you for watching and enjoying this. But that's the goal. The goal is to go for it. That's my credo. Penny saved, penny earned, pennies from heaven. That's the whole thing. I want this to be a regular thing. If you're enjoying it, then I want to keep making it for you. Hell yeah, I'm there for all 24 hours. So we're going to see, Jeff. Thank you for the super chat. It's a bold statement to try to do it, but it will be the record. Sean Brown is in fact the shit. You are correct. Do I still play bass? I have an injury to my hand. I had a thing called trigger finger. It was in this finger, but now it's worse in the middle finger. I have to sleep in a brace. I could play like James Jamerson, but I think that finger would lock. I'm working on it. I'm either going to have surgery or, but we're talking about maybe doing something where I'll play some bass live. Who knows? Could happen for a good cause. Starsky and Hutch episode in Las Vegas. Well, I'm working on some Vegas locations very soon. One of the problems with the TV show locations is that it's hard to get into the algorithm, to get it recommended. Some people just don't watch them. I think with my new audience joining my old audience, we're going to do better. But like I want to show you where Robert Urich lived on the TV show Vegas, here in Vegas. It's at a place that's about to be torn down. The place is already, I can't get into it all, but would you all watch it? That's the question. Thank you, Ray. But would you watch a video about a show you don't know and learn about it? With all these super chats and all these subscribers, my goal is to make better videos, put more time into it, put more money into it. And, you know what I'm saying? 25,000 takes a while. Soon, 100,000. Well, wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great? I really felt like the progress started slow. But listen, most people on YouTube who have more subscribers than me have been doing it much longer. I'm under 4 years, something like that. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Vegas was a good show. We just need people. We just need people to watch it. About to become a member as soon as I get off the up off the couch and get my wallet. Feel guilty been watching your content since we stumbled upon during the pandemic, researching Oz Fox. Very cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I love to see the different memberships, and no one owes me anything, but if you're enjoying it and you can do it. And look, I try to make sure you're going to get content more than ever. I got so much content. I got content coming out my eyes. Sanford and Son was one of my dad's favorites. Did not know they filmed in Vegas. I grew up in LA. Always thought it was filmed in Watts. A lot of people are confused about this episode. At the beginning of the episode, I say we're here on Magnolia Boulevard, but I don't say we're in Los Angeles, California, and some people are confused. So let's explain. The junkyard was filmed in LA. What do you call it? Like Studio City, right? North Hollywood. I don't know. It's in LA. And that's what you see in that episode. The rest of the show was filmed on the set. The show takes place in Watts. No one ever went to Watts, except for the Wicked Witch of the Watts. And the one episode was in Vegas. So people are getting confused, but you get it. And Red Fox lived in Vegas. This is Matt. With some of your Wednesday 13 videos, it's great seeing you behind this. It's great seeing behind the scenes. Thank you. And we do a whole bunch of things about with Wednesday 13, a day in the life, all those things. You know, I didn't mention before I got into the music thing, I toured with Winger for a while. I directed 3 music videos for them. One called Rat Race, one called Better Days Coming, and I forgot the other one, maybe Tin Soldier. I don't know. They try to screw me on the credit. If they're watching, they know they did that. But I did. I got the contract and shorted on money. That's the other thing about this channel. I'm honest, and eventually someone will call me out because they didn't appreciate my honesty, and to that I say fuck them. Okay, let's see here. Yes, people enjoying the Wednesday. Look, Wednesday brought in a different audience, and so which is great. And Sean Clark brought in a different audience, and then Rat brings in a different audience. Going to be a lot more. Going to be a lot more. I read a question and then I get annoyed, like Chris. Chris is a nice guy, but when does the camera and microphone update happen? Well, when I say so. Chris, super chat before you ask me questions like that. But with that said, look, there's a new microphone. That there is a microphone. If you don't like the sound, you know where to go. Anyway, yeah, we have a new microphone. There's a new camera too, actually. Anyway, enough. Stanley brings in a different audience. There's actually a new computer coming. It's a new. I'm switching to the Mac Mini Studio Pentium 4K Pro processing facility. So that's coming soon. It's just going to be so. I didn't mean to jump down your throat, Chris. I don't know what that means. Captain, I love the murder. Murder Hornet, yeah, and the Cougar vlog. What happened to the funny drummer? I think Scott Coogan is the funny drummer, and he is playing with the funny Ace Frehley. They're very funny shows. That's what he's doing. Scott Coogan is playing with Ace Frehley now. If you watch back the old videos, there's a lot of people who are no longer with us. Didn't see the live notification. It's my fault because I didn't post it fast enough. KC Sunshine Adventures and the KC and the Sunshine Band. The sound is very clear, as is the video stream. Thank you. Thank you. What's your favorite filming location that you've done? Well, right now it's Sanford and Son because I'm going to be able to order from both sides of the menu. What's my favorite? You know what? Most of the ones I go to, I'm excited to say I'm standing in a place that these legendary people stood. I like the weird ones. I like the ones that no one's watching. Give me a break. Nobody's watching. Benson hasn't come out yet, but no one's going to watch it. Facts of Life was incredible. That's from the TV ones, but that's just on top of my head. Vacation. My favorite movie is Vacation. And so those ones have been good. Did you go to Rocking for Ronnie yesterday? No, Ronnie Radke didn't invite me. Oh, Ryan James Dio. Oh, he didn't invite me either. No, I can't go everywhere. June 7th and 8th, I'll be at the Hollywood Show in Burbank, California. It's Stephen Piercy, Whit Hertford, who played Little Steven in the Lay It Down video, and Simon Wright. If you want to come say hello to me, come say hello to them. Come say hello to everyone. Come say hello. Come sail away. Whatever. We'll be there. Is the green acoustic new? No, it's the first time you could see it because it was a filter. There it is right there. That is the Jason Green custom model. I'll be making those available very soon. You can have one of your own. I just noticed you took down the Chevy Chase jersey. No, that some people around here might like that, but no, it's just yonder out of frame. Right there is a framed Clark Griswold jersey. It's still there. AZ, thank you so much for the super chat. Not taking anything away from the guest host, but your solo chat are my favorite. Even thought of starting your own live music venue. Well, it's interesting. Well, thank you so much. And yes, I am better than all the co-hosts. Let's see. Thought about it last night. I go, I could do a live venue. I saw that Vamped is for sale. I can't afford it. I try to take a loan out from Dollar Loan Center. I don't think I'm going to get approved. Yeah, I think I could do something. Before I even talked about something like that, I think what I could do better is that I could go out there on the road and travel and do these podcasts live. I think that's the future for me. People tell me they want to meet me, they want to hang out. Well, I want to hang out with you too. Well, we got to find a way to do it. And sometimes the Stephen Pearcy shows are too busy, especially with Warren DeMartini. But maybe I'll go to some local venues and we'll do the show. Maybe I'll bring a guest with me and the guest will be interviewed and then they can sign some autographs. And so these are things. If you have a venue that you'd like me to come to, call me up, send a plane ticket. I'm in the book. I was going to ask a question. Oh, yeah. Does that cruise code still work, I wonder? I wonder if that, or maybe we can make a new, I want to, because I see Georgia Georgia isn't wearing any clothes and needs a Jason Green t-shirt to cover herself. And I thought maybe we can offer a discount. Have I ever worn that Jason mask behind me? Well, no, I'm wearing a Jason mask right now. That's Michael Myers. I think I put it on before, sure. And I put on the Toxic one. I played the Toxic Avenger once for a little while. Okay, so I wonder what that could get you. Could it get you 20%? 25%? Are we real? Listen, I'm going to do this one time and one time only. Anyone who wants to buy merch from my store, 25% off with the code CRUISE, because we're celebrating Cruise. We should celebrate all the new subscribers. But anyway, if you want to, and we got new shirts coming too. And I think I'm going to do the Wednesday Jason Sean shirt, but I can't discount that because those guys count every penny. Anyway, there it is. You want one? Go to the link, buy right now, 25% off. Code CRUISE. Don't forget to add the cruise. Let's see here. There's the link. The lovely Michelle. She's like Vanna White with the link. Okay. People who say this is stupid. No offense, William. Rat can never be again. No king. No king. Come on. I'm not looking to make light of Robin Crosby, but you ever heard of Warren DeMartini? Robin Crosby didn't play on the Detonator record. He was in and out of the band. People die all the time. That happens. What do you want me to tell you? Robin Crosby was a heroin addict. Sorry. He was a liability to that band. Now, Stephen loved him and the other guys loved him. And maybe at some point they would tell you the band changed when he left. I heard that Robin was a good dynamic and kind of kept guys together. But at the end of the day, Rat had to continue. And continue they did. And so that whole thing that there's no Rat, it means nothing. It really, can you not see AC/DC because Malcolm Young's not there? Can you not see any band? Like, does everyone do that? Like, no Metallica without Cliff Burton. Give me a break. It's a stupid argument. I mean, Robin was a talented guy, obviously, although some would argue that some of the songs that he was credited for writing, he did not. But, and I don't know the guy. But I don't know the love affair that Rat couldn't exist without him. Of course they could. Bo Hill knew it. Out of the cellar, Bo Hill goes, wait a second. This guy's the lead guitar player. Robin Crosby was nice enough to step aside. I think he might have resented it or regretted it at some point. But, and again, this is no disrespect to Robin Crosby. I mean, obviously, he's a great part of Rat. But he's been dead for a long time. And he hasn't been in Rat in something like 30 years. So to say that there's no Rat without him is silly. People enjoying Carlos. Don't hold your breath for the Rat reunion. Well, this is it. Stephen and Warren DeMartini. It's the Rat reunion. That's all you need. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. Steven Tyler, Joe Perry. That's it. Bobby Blotzer, I'm sorry. The shows are fine without him. Some would say even better. I don't know. It's not my business. And then who's the other guy? Juan. You really need him? You really want to watch a senior citizen dancing, an overweight senior citizen dancing? Is that what you want? Stop it. Thanks, Jason Michelle, for the great content, for sharing part of your life. By the way, if any of you guys need some material for tonight, Michelle is in a bikini in this episode, and I've already used it 3 or 4 times. But and that footage had to be edited because it almost turned into the Pam and Tommy incident with the boat and the beeping of the horn. And Baby, where are we? Where, babe. Those two are the dumbest people ever. Where are we? Where? And I like that Pamela Anderson takes off her makeup and she's a hero. It's the funniest thing. Like, oh, she's so brave. Oh, who cares? Put some makeup on. Who cares? I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Piercy D. Martina are awesome. Yes, that's all you need. No one. Yes, no one. No one. You travel with that idiot. Yeah, you're funny. Well, thank you, Marcy. I'm an overweight senior citizen. Well, I'm getting there. But you don't want to see me on base dancing the Boston Crab and the hustle and the cha-cha and over singing. You don't want that. You don't want it. I don't want it either. That last footage on the balcony was very funny with you both. Thank you. You should have seen what happened after. My favorite Motley Crue, Blotz has swing. The only swing he has got him locked into the brig for domestic abuse. Whoops. I mean, look, he's never going to make it with me, so fuck him. This is hilarious. Thank you. Michelle looked good in the bikini. Go, Michelle. That's from Marcy. I like to see strong, independent women respect other women. Marcy, if you have any videos of you in a bikini, feel free to share them with us. Heather Leather, by the way, don't forget Heather Leather. She also is in a bikini. I couldn't get the right shot. She had one of those like things that go up your ass. Yeah, what do you call those? A thong, but no, she had one of those things that Borat wears. On a man, it's a mankini. But I tried to get up behind her so you guys could see her butthole, but it didn't work. But she's in the video, and I like Heather. She's been on the show. I don't care what anyone says. Thank you. He kept your word. That's a loyal man right there. That's type O or 0. Whatever, you kept your word and became a member. Thank you. Welcome aboard. I hope not to disappoint. And Michelle content is worth the watch. If even just for that, being a member is worth it. We enjoy this one-man show. Thank you. No want it. Exactly. I don't want it either. Come on, Jason. This is a family show. What did I say? There are a lot of young people. I've been saying I was going to clean up my act because from city to city, it's a Rat song. I meet young people who are fans too, and so maybe I got to watch my language. Yeah, maybe not. Matt over Juan any day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Yeah, Brad doesn't remember the dialogue. I remember. I watched those movies for the dialogue. I wrote movies like that. Oh. Yes. I agree with so many of you. William loves me, even though I didn't know about. I mean, look, again, I'm not taking away Robin's accomplishment. I just don't think that means the band is over. It's not the case. Butt floss. Thank you, JC, Mr. Christ. Butt floss. Was Heather performing on that cruise? I mean, I didn't get to see it, but I bet she did somewhere. If you want swingers, watch the last video. Were there swingers in? Oh, yeah, swings. I get it. Yeah, that's true. A lot of swinging. Watch it. Watch the video. Loss and Matt put those other two to shame. They do. There's no way around it. They do. And Matt also wrote Back from War and other songs. I don't know if we talk about it, though. Didn't see Heather Leather on the cruise. Missed out on her. Looking forward to it. Well, you'll see her soon. We love the rock and roll attitude. You got to have a little rock and roll attitude. I'm overtime, by the way. I am 14 minutes overtime. It's because I love you guys. Most of you. You hate to change the subject, but have you ever thought about getting another cat? Well, yeah, it's a good question. I would like to, but it's very difficult. This channel, I've dealt with everything. You know, when I was explaining it earlier, when I was diagnosed with skin cancer, first place I said was on this show. And when my cat passed, the cat was on the show. My cat Bitsy was on the show a ton. People gave me so many nice things. I can't reach it right now. But anyway, yeah, the plan is to get a cat again. It's lonely, but I tour and I don't think it would be fair to a pet right now. So that is where we're at. Thank you, Ray Ray, and thank you, Joaquin. And yeah, good to see Big John doing good. I got to call Big John. Guy has a heart transplant. Thought for sure he would be dead. He had a pacemaker in his hand. I thought his heart was in his hand, and now he's back in business and protecting people from jellyfish, as you've noticed. Not the band. Stephen working on new material. Yes, Stephen said it in the last interview here. So see what happens. Loss is a great drummer. Shout outs, yes. Let's see. And yes, we miss Bitsy for sure. Lost their cat at 17 years. Yeah, I think Bitsy was that age or older. She was old. But it's always difficult. If you got a new cat, what would you name it? I don't know. Getting cats is like Harry Potter picking out the wand. You know what I mean? To me, they'd show up and then the name comes to, I don't know, something like that. But could happen. Well, wow, you guys were so generous today and every day. And I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate everyone who's ever become a channel member. And if you want to buy some merch, whatever, there's going to be new stuff coming. There's a lot new content. Could get a video tomorrow. What I ask is that watch these videos, give them a shot, because the way YouTube works is if you don't watch that video in the first few hours, they'll bury it. And so when you see me release the Jeffersons or Benson or there's other ones, you just watch them. Okay. Bobby, I'm glad I found your channel, brother. Thank you. I'm glad you found it as well. Yes, the Blots Sleep Token Experience. I'm sure that's coming. What is this? June is Patreon time for me and the missus. Nice. Well, thank you. Already a channel member. You're very, you guys are great. And listen, I'm so sorry to hear everyone's cat stories. I see we never should have went into it. We should have just stayed positive. All right. Well, anyone got anything else to say? Otherwise, we'll continue this on Wednesday. Chris, we appreciate Jason. Wish I could do more to support. Thank you for everything you do. Oh, I appreciate it. Just like the video and subscribe. That's support. Oh, look how nice this is. I'm going to butcher your name, though. This is very generous. This is, maybe you can write it to me phonetically, but I'm going to say this is Chikyu. It's probably not right. Chikyu. I hate to butcher names. Write it phonetically for me, please. But anyway, thank you for your great content. I really enjoy listening to your interviews and stories. And more importantly, how clean you keep it. Well, sorry, I went too far today. You come across very genuine, kind. Thank you very much. It's a generous super chat, and I appreciate you for supporting. I really am going to step it up. The numbers were so exciting. I really couldn't believe it. I was watching every time I refreshed. So I have a little bit of a stutter. The subscribers would go through the roof, and this is what I've wanted my whole life. In wrapping it up, I've wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I wanted to be a talk show host. Wanted to entertain people. Well, all those casting directors can kiss off. No network can cancel me. I have to decide when I want to go. And as long as you guys like this content, then I'm going to keep making more content. Love your channel. Looking forward to day 3. That's Lorraine. Well, day 3 is on there right now. Watch it tonight. Day 4 should be out on Friday. So always looking forward to your content. Thank you. You guys are great. We're gonna have a lot more. Appreciate everyone for watching. Sorry if I repeated things you've heard a million times, but blah blah blah. And next video I'll probably drop something tomorrow, but Wednesday 13, Sean Clark will be here. We're gonna have a great time. Thank you and have a great night. Just wanna waste some time with you.